I moved school and couldn't make friends. I spent my day playing games for 10 hours a day. At the time, I was into gaming. I was self-harming every day. One day, I post on social media that I want to die because it was hard. The police came home at night. I said I would go to the hospital because it was so hard. But God didn't just leave me like that. God helped me and was healing me. One day I was to camp and there I met God. I can't forget the day. That day, I prayed to God. My depression has healed. After that, the most of too much here at home changed due to my depression. I was changed. God has opened the way forward. I live in a one ministry. I am having fun in the road. I'll do my best on my way from now on. Thank you. Thank God for saving me. Thank you.
자, 그 다음은 우리 부천의 하바게를 꿈꾸는 우리 송하영 학생 나오세요. 송하영 눈빛장 미니스트리. 자, 나오세요. 네.
Hi, I'm a student missionary Sungharyong, 15 years old, New Vision Ministry. First of all, I will honor the God who built me here and stir testimony. God taught me the Bible since I was a child, went to Christian daycare from the age of 5 to 7, went to other alternative school from the first time to the third grade, and then went to New Vision Christian School until September of the 7th grade and then joined IM. My parents were trying to send me to a regular school. When I was in first grade, when I happened to hear a sermon that they knew the principal at the first alternative school, I entered it. My parents who heard the sermon wanted me to go to alternative school. Now that I see you, I think this is also God's guidance. I met Jesus at the first time alternative school. At that time, my teacher and Pastor Paul asked me to pray together after school for children who wanted to receive theologian. Jesus met me at the school. Then we came to the New Vision Christian School. Then my school student's mother found out about the IM community. And when she said the school was going to switch to IM, I thought about transferring to a general school. We went incubating in October, and we heard in September that we were going to convert to this system. I really didn't have time, and I had to decide it quickly. The Lord pushed my family into a situation where they had no choice but to pray and kept praying. After praying, my decision was to go to this school. Before I went to New Vision, I met Jesus at school, but it had already cooled down a lot and I entered it IM. The incubating week was really hard because it was my first time going to the dormitory apart from my mom, so it was even harder. That's how how God made me find the Lord more through a very hard time. That's how I was able to restore my relationship. My favorite schedule is Daniel prayer time and who became Indonesian. First of all, Indonesian teacher teaches with Filipino teachers in English, which is the world's official language. And at first, I was very nervous, but now I can speak English sentences better than first time. And prayer is a time to pray for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like Daniel, there are times when this time is difficult, but I am grateful that I can set out time and talk to the Lord. Finally, Holy Camp is a camp where I go to a church in need to preach the gospel, and God gave me more systematic time to know what the gospel is and gave me the opportunity and courage to obey the Lord's orders to spread the gospel, not just to know it. I will end my testimony by praising God, who has guided me and will guide my future. Thank you for having listened to me so far.
와, 우리 부천에 눈물 났습니다. 얼굴도 이쁘고, 마음도 이쁘고, 한국의 예비 입학생. 자, 질 수 없다. 자, 안양의 미모, 지성, 인격, 세 가족 퍼펙트. 심사윤. 자, 심사윤은 인사하시고.
안녕하세요. 그레이스 미니스트리 심소영 승선사입니다. 네, 먼저 하나님께서 만드신 저의 삶을 전할 수 있게 이 자리에 세워주신 하나님께 감사의 영광을 올려드립니다. 저는 여기 IM 학교를 접하기 전까지 일반 학교를 다니며 하나님을 모르는 친구들과 어울려 지냈습니다. 그 친구들이 사용하는 언어도 함께 쓰고 서로 시기하고 질투하고 가식적으로 사람들을 대하고 비교하는 것을 배워 악을 행하는 것이 자연스러워진 생활을 해왔습니다. 그런데 2020년 6월 이사를 하면서 집 가까운 곳으로 교회를 옮기게 됐습니다. 저는 원래 교회도 잘 안 나갔었고 모태신앙임에도 하나님을 잘 몰랐기에 교회를 옮긴 것에 대해 별로 대수롭게 생각하지 않았습니다. 하지만 엄마는 그 교회에서 하나님을 깊이 만나셨습니다. 그러던 어느 날 엄마께서는 교회 목사님께 어떤 학교를 얘기를 듣고 오셨습니다. 엄마는 그 학교에 언니와 저를 보내고 싶어 하셨고 저는 거부감을 느꼈지만 한 달 동안 진행되는 캠프만 다녀간 엄마의 설득에 그 캠프를 가게 되었습니다. 저는 그냥 듣 떠밀려 마음없이 간 캠프였는데 그 안에서 선교사님께서 선포해 주시는 말씀을 듣고 기도하다가 하나님께서 내가 널 무척이나 사랑해, 내가 널 여기로 불렀어 하고 저를 향한 하나님의 마음을 알게 해주셨습니다. 하지만 일주일 정도쯤 후에 124 사태가 터지고 저 또한 코로나에 걸리게 되었습니다. 124 사태란 IM에서 본격적으로 코로나가 퍼지게 된 사태입니다. 그래서 기자들도 왔다 갔다 거리고 사람들의 핍박이 계속되는 그 상황에도 저는 찬양하고 기독교 영화를 찾아보며 그 치료센터 안에서 믿음을 지키려 노력했습니다. 하지만 결국 격리 후 캠프는 끝이 났고 자연스럽게 다니던 일반 학교로 돌아오게 되었습니다. 그러다 보니 자연스럽게 예전과 같은 생활을 하게 되었고 하나님을 만났던 제가 다시 하나님 만나기 전의 모습으로 돌아가고 있었습니다. 일반 학교에서 또다시 친구들과 욕도 하고 외모, 돈, 친구 관계 등에 더 관심을 가지며 옳고 그름을 떠나 그냥 제 즐거움에만 세상에서의 기쁨에만 치중하게 되었습니다. 그러던 어느 날 평소와 같이 가족들과 교회에 갔다가 돌아왔는데 엄마께서 우연히 제 핸드폰에 친구들과 나눈 욕설을 보게 되셨고 충격을 받으신 엄마는 저를 아이언 공동체에 꼭 보내야겠다고 결정하셨습니다. 이후 엄마께서는 저를 계속해서 설득하시기 시작했고 친구들, 일반학교 등 세상이 저에게 너무나 큰 비중을 차지하고 있다는 탓에 저는 제 잘못 그러다 보니 지금 굳어진 마음이 녹아지기 시작했습니다. 순종적인 성격이기에 그 공동체 생활을 하며 훈련을 그대로 받다 보니 자연스러이 변화되기 시작했고 불편함이나 거부감 없이 2주는 정말 훌쩍 지나가게 되었습니다. 나중에야 알게 된 사실은 사실 2주만 갔다 오는 체험 같은 것은 처음부터 없었던 것이었습니다. 엄마께서는 처음부터 이미 마음을 먹으시고 입학을 시키신 상태였던 것입니다. 그것을 알게 됐을 때는 뭔가 좀 분했는데 지금 생각해보면 엄마께서 처음부터 입학시키셨다는 사실이 다행이네요. 입학이 아니었다면 저는 다시 세상으로 돌아가 마음을 지키지 못했을 테니까요. 그렇게 공동체 안에서 훈련을 받던 도중 각 사람의 기도와 하나님의 인도하심으로 저희 교회에서 이 안양 그레이스 공동체가 세워지게 되었고 전 안양 그레이스 소속이 자연스럽게 되었습니다. 처음엔 저를 포함한 4명의 학생이서 공동체를 시작하게 되었습니다. 그땐 가족인 언니 그리고 맨날 보이는 교회 어린애들 2명이서 학교를 시작해서 이게 학교인지도 헷갈리는 현실에 저는 하루하루를 불평으로 지냈고 주어진 상황에 불편하는 저의 모습을 보게 되었습니다. 그래서 제가 하나님을 만나고 쌓아왔던 제 신앙은 그냥 겉모습뿐이었나? 그냥 잘 믿는 척 하는 것이었구나를 느꼈으며 내가 정말 하나님을 만나긴 했나? 정말 하나님이 계시긴 한가? 하며 제 안에 구원의 확신이 의심되어지기 시작했습니다. 하지만 목사님께서는 그런 상황을 어떻게 하셨는지 매일 주님의 이끄심과 성령님의 역사 그리고 겉사람과 속사람 등 저에게 딱 필요한 말씀 제목들을 가지고 자세히 전해주셨고 저는 다시 초심으로 돌아가 한 단계 한 단계 신앙의 성장을 겪게 되었습니다. 신앙이 성장하다 보니 낮았던 제 자존감 또한 하나님 안에 달아졌고 자신감도 얻게 되어 비로소 삶에서 훈련받았던 것들이 나타나기 시작했습니다. 제 삶의 목적이나 공부의 목적을 깨달았고 무언가를 자진해서 도전하길 제일 꺼리던 제가 두려움 없이 적극적인 모습을 보이게 되면 경험했습니다. 또한 이제 어떤 상황이 제게 왔을 때 불평불만하는 것이 아니라 이것도 하나님께서 허락하신 거야, 이끄실 거야 하며 그 안에 하나님의 계획을 볼 수 있도록 성장시키셨습니다. 하나님께서는 우리 학교 가운데도 역사하시고 주님의 계획을 이뤄가셨습니다. 연약한 안양 그레이스를 주님께서 써주셨고 처음엔 제가 불평도 많이 했지만 그 가운데 올려드렸던 저의 기도를 들으신 하나님께서는 캠프를 통해 많은 영혼들을 보내주시고 맡겨주셨습니다. 새로운 입학생들도 주님께서 하루하루 만져가고 계심을 느꼈습니다. 또한 하나님의 은혜로 안양 그레이스는 다른 지역 공동체들이 세워지는 것을 돕는 인큐베이팅 센터가 되었고 여러 교회들과 연합할 수 있는 기회들이 많이 주어졌습니다. 그러면서 또래 친구들이 생겼습니다. 함께 공동체 안에서 은혜를 나누고 교제하며 공동체의 필요성을 느꼈습니다. 우리 공동체 가운데 서로의 부족함을 보게 됐고 그것을 위해 서로 기도해주고 채워주며 각 공동체가 세워지는 것을 보게 되었습니다. 그 교제가 지금 바깥에 있는 세상의 친구들과의 우정보다 큰 기쁨을 낳음을 깨달았습니다. 저는 이렇게 연약한 각 지체에서 능력을 주셔서 써주시는 하나님을 이 공동체 안에서 느꼈습니다. 저 또한 많이 부족하고 연약하지만 하나님께서 하루하루 저를 성장시켜 가십니다. 또한 주님께서 처음엔 코로나의 여파로 텅텅 비었던 교회가 학교를 세운 후 아이들의 찬양으로 가득 채워지게 되고 한 사람 한 사람을 크신 계획대로 써주시며 교회를 세워가시는 것을 체험케 하십니다. 저는 이 체험들로 인해 멀게만 느껴졌던 부흥이란 단어가 이미 우리 안에 임한 것을 느낍니다. 이렇듯 세상에 많고 많은 사람들 중에 나를 먼저 부르셔서 공동체를 통하여 체험케 하시고 전하게 하신 주님께 다시 한번 영광 올려드립니다. 네, 이제 영어로 해보겠습니다. I'll start talking about myself now. I went to a regular school and hung out with friends who didn't know God until I came across the IM mission here. I have lived a life where it has become natural to do evil by running to use the language they use and to treat and compare people with enviousness and pretentiousness. However, when I moved in June 2020, I moved to a place close to my house. I didn't go to church well originally, and I didn't know God well, even though I was a born believer. So I didn't think much about moving the church, but my mother met God deeply at the church. Then one day, my mom heard about the school from a church pastor. My mom wanted to send my sister and me to a school. and I felt repulsed. But she persuaded me to go to camp only for a month. I was just pushed away from the camp, but I heard call you here. And he made me know God's heart for me. But about a week later, 1 to 4 broke out, and I also got COVID-19. The reporters also came and went despite the constant persecution of people. I tried to keep my faith by praising and searching Christian movies, but eventually, after quarantine, the camp ended and I naturally returned to my regular school. As a result, I naturally lived the same life as before, and when I met God, I was going back to the way I was before I met God. In general school, I cursed with my friends again, became more interested in appearance, money, and friend relationship, and focused only on my joy in the world. Then one day I went to church with my family as usual and came back. And my mom happened to see a swear word I shared with my friends on my phone. And she was shocked and decided that she must send me to the IM community. Since then my mom has continued to persuade me, and the word such as a friend and general school was so important to me that I knew my fault but resisted her demands. That's when I thought I am losing my freedom. So for the first time, I yelled at my acting her saying, I'm only going to the for 2 weeks. So I entered the community, and as I lived in the community, words came in every day and communication with God. I hardened it, heart began to melt. I am a submission person, so I started to change naturally as I was trained in the community. In 2 weeks without any discomfort or reluctance, it passed by. What I found out later was that there was no experience that was like 2 weeks from the beginning. My mom made up her mind from the beginning and made me enter the school. It was like that. I was upset when I found out about it, but now that I think about it, I'm glad that my mom admitted me from the beginning. If it weren't for admission, I wouldn't have been able to go back to the world and protect my mind. While I was training in the community, through prayer and God's guidance, Anya Grace Community was established in our church and I became a member of Anya Grace naturally. At first, 4 students, including me, started a community. At that time, my sister raised my family, the children of the church I see every day. And I was confused whether this was cool or not. So I spent every day complaining and seeing myself complaining about a given situation. My faith that I had built up after meeting God was just pretending to believe in appearance. Did I really meet God? No, is there God? I began to doubt the certainty of salvation in me. However, every day you conveyed in detail the titles of word that I needed, such as my Lord leadership, the history of Holy Spirit, the outside and the inside. And I went back to the beginning and I went through the growth of faith step by step as my faith grew. My role self-esteem was also dealt with in God, and I gained a confidence and things that I had been trained in life began to appear. I realized the purpose of my life or study. And I experienced that I was most reluctant to tell something voluntarily, so I showed an active side without fear. And now I'm not complaining when a situation comes to me, but saying, oh, this is also God's permission. He said, I will lead you. And grew up so that I could see God's plan in it. Our school was small, but the rule made history in the middle of this place and fulfilled the rule's plan. The rules brought the weak Anyang grace and complained at first, but God, who heard our prayers, sent them and trusted many souls through the camp. I felt that the rule was touching the new students day by day. Also, thanks to the grace of God, Anyang Grace became an incubating center to help other local church communities that flourish. And many opportunities were given to unite with various churches. That's how I got friends my age. We share and socialize with each other in the community. I felt a need. We saw each other's shortcomings in the community, and we saw each other play and feel for it. And each community was established, I realized that the companionship produced greater joy than the friendship with the friends of the world outside. I feel God who gives power to each of these weak bodies. I am also very poor and weak, but God grew me day by day. In addition, the rule allows the church, which was initially empty the aftermath of COVID-19, to fill with praise from children after they established the school, and to use each person as a big plan and experience building a church. I feel that the word reversal, which has been felt far away from this experience, has already been us. Once again, I would like to honor the role who called me first among the many people in the world to experience and convey through the community. Thank you.
원래 더 잘하는데 지금 저기 다음 주에 보여주려고 10분의 1만 보여준 거예요. 원래 더 잘하는데. 자, 우리 원혜인. 아니야? 아니야, 나와야 돼. 아니면 안 돼. 응? 마지막. 아니야. 아니, 하나님가 이 순서대로 가기 때문에 나와야 돼. 자, 박수!
우와, 관이요. Hello, I am Lee Harrison, missionary at Morning Ministry. I will give my testimony in English, so please listen carefully. So my family and I went to Australia in 2015, and I lived there until I was 8 years old, hanging out with my friends, playing games in church. And I came back to Korea at the age of 8 and entered a Korean school. But my school
호주 사람이야?
teased me a lot that I was Australian. I told my friends that I was Korean, but they keep teasing me. So I got stressed out, and every time I did, I played game. I became addicted to games, so I lived repeatedly like that, and my mother told me to go to a camp for 2 nights and 3 days, called the Day of Rehearsal. And I had no choice but to go because mom said that
Chicken.
I chicken if I finished the can. Also, I prepared it always. And I went to the day of the rehearsal, and I didn't. And I didn't have time to make friends, so I had to get close to my two brother, who is 1 year older than me. He was funny and handsome. He likes insects, so I put on grasshopper and gave it to him. So said that he likes grasshopper the most among the insects. So I was happy and I met the Lord during the Finnish service. How I met him was that I prayed for him to meet the Lord, so the Lord met me, and I cried as soon as I met the Lord. I felt like, I was in the sky. So my mother told me to go to the summer Jesus Gospel Disciple Calling Camp after the day of rehearsal. So I obeyed and went, but it was 3 words. So I screamed at first, but those 3 words were very short because the Lord made me a big. The Lord taught me to be thankful to Him, so I prayed for thanks. I was told that I was going to enter the reason the community that hosted the summer camp. So I was happy and I entered the reason and became a naughty boy in earnest. And I forgot that the Lord had made me and live a community. I went to a ministry called Grace to incubate with my brother. I like Grace because there was a lot of people. People in the same age as me, but I had a lot of trouble with a guy named David, but sometimes we played well together. So Pastor Young, I was able to focus on worship and listen to God well. So every day I gave a thank you offering, saying I love you, Pastor John. And I finished incubating for 3 months and set up a 1A community. There was my brother, Teacher Sharon, Teacher Sunny, Pastor Yesong, and Yesong in 1A ministry. 1A ministry was well, so I'm in English K. I will be the leader of the 1A ministry elementary team and became a student missionary who saves the next generation of Asian.
Amen.
Thank you for
your testimony, and I horn to God. I am student missionary Lee Haran of Morning.
리아라 박수에 우리 박수, 경례 박수, 칭찬의 박수, 와, 축복의 박수, 야 보내주십니다. 네. 다음에는 우리 부천에 우리 너무나 사랑스러운, 너무나 사랑스럽고 IM의 정말 얼굴, IM의 얼굴. 박사님이 엄청 사랑하시나요? 좋은 학생 속에서
오케이.
I'm reading my testimony. I thank you, God, for giving me the opportunity to share it here. Please understand, even if it's not enough. I had already met God through other camps before I entered IM. Even if I met God several times during camp or prayer, the day after I met him, I went back to my original state and I was released to praise and thank the Lord. However, as Vision Ministry entered IM, our ministry received incubating training. At first, I heard from the pastor that it would be better if the school changed to an international school, but as soon as I started training, I really wanted to run away. I was sick and physically tired many times because I was not used to training. But as time went by, my body got better and God brought me spiritually. So I felt through my body and mind that my relationship with God was getting closer and my spirituality was restored. And it was nice to be able to meet the Lord quickly, including the Bobby camp, the Hungary camp, and the day of yourself. Also, I had an English class called WCS, and at first I felt awkward and scared because I was not used to taking classes in English. But after about 3 to 4 months, I got used to the English class and it got better. Through a lot of training, I have come to worship God more and more, and I can now usually find God and pray to Him. I would like to thank and exhort God for destroying me and bringing me to His place. This is the end of my testimony.
와우.
역시 부천의 자랑입니다. 네. 여러분 이 학생들이 5년 뒤 10년 뒤 어떻게 바뀔지 몰라요. 네. 그걸 보고서 우리가 격려해주고 칭찬해줘야 됩니다. 네. 자 우리 아름답고 정의 초등생의 대표 이하정, 아내의 대표, 대한민국의 대표 이하정 학생 반갑습니다. 또 다시. 네.
안녕하세요. 영어반팀을 맡게 된 그레이스 미니스트리 야당학생 청사입니다.
와.
오늘 저를 이 자리에 세워주신
전에 일본 학교를 다니고 있었습니다. 엄마께서는 세상 교육이 하나님의 말씀을 대적하는 악한 교육으로 흘러간다고 고민하시며 하나님께 기도를 두고 하나님의 인도하심을 받으시던 중 IM 선교회를 만나게 되었고 가까운 안양 그리스에 오게 되었습니다. 그래서 저는 2022년 7월에 안양 그리스에 처음 왔습니다. 그리스에 처음 맞이는 저를 따뜻하게 환영해 주셔서 저도 기분이 좋았고 마음에 들었습니다. 그리스에 와서는 아침 예배 때 기도하고 점심을 먹고 기도하고 저녁을 먹고 기도하고 저녁에 마음에 있던 어려움들이 시원해지면서 마음을 자유하게 누리게 되고 주님과 가까워져서 좋았습니다.
엄마가 써준 거 아니에요?
그리고 저는 예배 때 저는 예전에 예배 때는 다른 짓을 하고 집중을 못하고 찬양 시간에는 입을 열어서 찬양도 안 했는데 그레이스 예목소 2차 때 예수님을 깊게 만나서 예배를 잘 드리게 되어서 이제는 집중도 잘하고 바른 자세를 하고 말씀을 듣고 찬양 시간에는 입을 크게 열어서 찬양합니다. 가족 사이에서도 변화가 있었는데 예전에 엄마와 아빠께 존댓말을 안 썼는데 조금 더 엄마 아빠께 존중해야겠다는 수도 있어요. 그렇지만 조금이라도 가까워지신 하나님께 감사합니다. 학습적인 부분에서도 변화가 있었는데 예전에는 숙제를 하긴 했는데 엄마가 숙제를 하라고 하셔야 겨우겨우 하고 이렇게 오래 속했는데 언제 사모님께서 일본 학교 학생들보다 더 잘해야 한다고 말씀해 주셔서 제가 지금은 엄마가 숙제 그만하라 해도 더 할 거라고 요즘은 그럽니다. 그리고 이렇게 바꿔주신 하나님께 감사합니다. 그리고 성격적인 부분에서 예전에 겉은 착했지만 속은 아주 조금 성격이 안 좋았습니다. 그런 제 성격을 변화시킬 때 예수님을 상을 가져야겠다는 생각이 들어서 지금은 그런 성격이 아예 없어진 것 같습니다. 예전에 저는 숙제를 조금 하고 책을 많이 안 읽어서 내가 똑똑해지면 어떡하지 이런 마음이 들었는데 요즘은 열심히 해서 하나님께 영광 돌리려는 생각이 들어서 책을 통해서 책을 많이 읽고 SGL 시간을 통해 공부를 예전보다 더 많이 해서 이제는 그런 마음이 안 들고 편하게 공부를 해서 너무 좋습니다. 그리고 이제 생활적인 부분의 변화에 대해서 말씀을 드리겠습니다. 예전에 저는 제 간식을 누가 먹으면 울었는데 이제는 누가 제 것을 먹는 것처럼 저는 예전에 무대 궁금증이 있었고 사람들 앞에 서면 아주 부끄러워했고 말을 잘 못했는데 지금은 사람들 앞에서 강의도 하고 이렇게 간증도 하고 얘기도 잘하고 자신감 있게 와식도 하게 되어서 너무 감사합니다. 이렇게 많이
주신 하나님께 너무 감사합니다. 그리고 레이스가 성기니까 신앙 큰 교회라 저는 생각합니다. 그리고 저 또한 작지만 하나님의 은혜로 큰 일을 하게 될 것이라 믿고 앞으로 영어를 열심히 배워서 통역으로 하나님께 영광을 돌리겠습니다. 그리고 저를 위해 사랑으로 섬겨주시고 영의 양식을 먹여주신 앞으로도 먹여주실 목사님과 사모님과 육개 양식을 먹여주시는 선교사님을 통해 선교사님들께 너무 감사합니다. 저를 안양 그리스 이렇게 간증하게 해주신 하나님께 너무 감사합니다. 이제 영어가 됐습니다. Hello, I am Grace Ministry Liaison Student Missionary who is in Charity of English Testimony. Third of all, I thank God for putting me here. I was attending before school before Lord is again the word of God. You pray to God, knowing that it will flow to evil education. I was in the middle of the school under the students of God. I am missionary society, and I came to an place Nairobi. So I first came to Anyang Place in July 2022. Place's first welcome was a warm welcome to me. I also felt good and liked it. When I came to Grace, I prayed, eat lunch, and prayed. I prayed after dinner. I prayed during the evening service. The deeper praise in your house get cooler, and you feel it was good to be close to the Lord. And I can't concentrate. I didn't even open my mouth or praise time. I meant Jesus deeply in the second round of praises lovers. Now that I have been worshiping well, I am able to concentrate well, keep the right posture, listen to the words, and open my mouth with praise during praise time. There's been a change in the family. I didn't use horror fight to my mom and dad before Jesus person
person to variety that I should list or by one, and then a little more came to me, and now there are times when I use her files and time when I don't. Thank you for changing it even a little bit. I used to do my homework when it comes to cleaning. I barely did it when my mom told me to do my homework, and I prayed like this. But one day my wife told me that I should do better than only ordinary students. So now I say I will do more, even if she tells me to stop. Thank you God for changing it like this. When it comes to personality, I used to be nice on the outside. I had a little bit of that personality inside. When I changed my personality, I think that why I don't have that person read anymore. In the past, I did a little homework and didn't read a lot of books. What if I don't know that what I do? I wanted to work hard and give glory to God. I read a lot of books through triple reading books through SDL. I will study more than before. I don't feel that many anymore. And I am so happy that I can study comfortably and finally I am going to talk about the changes in life in the past. I heard when someone ate my name, I'll leave what I planted. Now no matter who is mine, he's so considerate that he can eat us if it's nothing. I used to be she she when I was in front of people and I couldn't speak well, but now I am good at Italy, and Turkey in front of people. Thank you for being confident and doing the best. Thanks God for changing so many things and sign grace the the big church turns the camp. I think it is a small but lovely church. I also believe that I will do great, great things with the grace of God. Even though I am small, I will in English hard and honor God as an interpreter. Pray for me and serve me with love. The pastor's wife who felt the spirit flood. I know of a daughter's missionaries who feed me the meat. Thank you very much. Masty, thank you for sending me to Anyang Place and giving me testimony. Thank you, God. So the testimony is over, and thank you for listening.
감사합니다. 와, 너무 잘했습니다. 자, 우리 심사를 했는데
바로 나왔나요?
바로 나왔습니다. 자, 전원 대상. 나오세요. 132명 창에 얼굴이 드러납니다. 어서 빨리 나오세요. 자, 예성이, 하나님, 자, 우선 자, 연말 대상도 아니고, KBS 엔터테인먼트 대상도 아니고, 자, 우리 천국 스타들 영어로 복음을 전하겠다는 천국 스타들, 네, 자, 원의 이예성, 자, 목사님, 10년 대 이 학생들의 기대가 됩니다. 와, 자, 사진 찍었어요, 사진, 자, 음악 더 크게 해주세요. 음악 더 뮤직 크게. 자, 원의 이하람, 대상. 와, 이하람 학생의 15년 뒤가 정말 궁금합니다. 축복합니다. 네. 자, 안양 그레이스 이하정 대상. 안양의 10년 뒤가 궁금합니다. 와, 너무 잘했어요. 자, 우리 안양 그레이스 심서윤. 자, 천국 스타 심서윤. 자, 대상. 자, 연기 대상보다 더 귀한 대상. 자, 우리 유교장 송아가 대상합니다. 와. 자, 마지막 기쁘고 고운이 좋은